May all beings be happy.
May all beings be happy.
May all beings be free from illness.
May all beings be free from illness.
May all beings see that which is good.
May all beings see that which is good.
May no one suffer.
May no one suffer.
Om, peace, peace, peace.
Om, peace, peace, peace.
Sarve bhavantu.
Sarve bhavantu.
Sukhina.
Sukhina.
Sarve santu.
Sarve santu.
Niramaya.
Niramaya.
Sarve bhadrani.
Sarve bhadrani.
Pashyantu.
Pashyantu.
Ma kaschid.
Ma kaschid.
Dukkha bhag bhavet.
Dukkha bhagavet.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Bow your head, release your palms. Bring your head up and open your eyes. All right, thank you, Randall. Appreciate that, it's beautiful. All right, so now, if you're not already on speaker view, please be on speaker view so that I fill your screen and you can work with me, see my demonstrations, etc. So we're starting reclining. Some of you had this in the last HIP class, so I'm going to do some review and some fresh material. So I've got the small loop on my foot, Supta Padangusthasana 1, and you see I'm taking that leg up and down without any disturbance to the pelvis. That is stable. And then we'll do it also with this left leg extended, reeling it in, and I push into the belt. See, so there's a resistance as I bring it down. All right, so I think that's enough said. Go ahead and lie down on your back. And I think if your side body is to the screen, then you can easily turn your head occasionally if you need to see. All right, so have your feet flat and observe the back pelvic bone, that is your sacrum, being placed evenly on the floor. So you're not overarching the back, you're not over flattening the back. It's actually the sacrum that is your point of awareness, that it is grounded and it is level. And take the right leg up. And ideally, you get the strap right on the ball point of the foot, because then instead of this foot, you can have this foot. Everybody can see that long ankle. Now, push into the strap, hold it with two hands, and let the strap slide through your hands. Notice if your abdomen wants to follow the leg, and don't let it. So you tug the pubis toward the navel as you push into the strap, and then hand over hand, reel your leg back in. And then do that again. Push into the strap. Definitely the abdominal hollowing is there, and the sacrum very stabilized. And now stretch out through the left leg. So now you have one extended hip, one bent hip, abdominal hollowing, and push into the strap, and reel it back in. One more time. Keep the pelvis grounded. Keep the pelvis stable. Just like we want our mind to be more stable, pelvis more stable, mind more stable. That goes together. All right, so just stretch out for a moment, everybody. And just feel the impact a little bit of effort, not something very difficult to do. Takes attention, of course, and I hope you feel there's a release. There's a release on that whole right side of the body. Let's go on the left, put the foot into the belt loop. See how I lengthen the ankle. I don't have the bent ankle. I call this a long ankle. It's reaching out. Push with the ball point of the foot, but try not to make the toes hard. Their toes should be soft. Push into the belt. As the leg goes toward the floor, resist the pubis. It should not follow the leg. And then with a kind of resistance, a real firmness in the thigh, reel that leg back in. We'll go again, pelvis level, abdomen hollow, and reel the leg back in. All right, now stretch out the right leg, elongate, strive to get the back of the right thigh close to the floor, and go again. Push into the strap, and reel it back in. And lower abdominal area firm, broad, and well scooped. And then release. Okay, everybody. And now again, just relax, Shavasana. Hope you feel already the beginning of some release in the buttocks, groins, lower back area. All right, roll to your side. So some of you will recognize this from last time. Even though it's a lying down activity, I think you'll understand the belt use a little better if I show you sitting up. So here's the belt on my leg and I'm opening, right? So that's Supta Padangusthasana 2. So notice a few things. This hand is as close to the foot as possible. This hand's over my breastbone basically. So I call this a bow and arrow pull. Now when I take the leg across, now I've switched hands. Now this hand is close to the foot and this hand is close to the breastbone. So see how that would look if I'm lying down, opening to the side, and switching. And we're going to start with small movement and eventually really just let the hips roll. All right, so go ahead and lie down again. Put the belt on the ball point of the right foot. Walk your right hand high up the strap. Even if your shoulder comes way up, it's fine. Just walk way up there. Then have this hand, I'd say about like this. So as you open the leg to the side, stretch out your left leg, you end up in this configuration of your arms. Now your abdomen definitely is going to have to work. Push into the strap and stretch out from your groin to your knee to your heel. Reach out. Now bring the leg across, and not a whole lot, small movement, but you've got to push this right hip away. Push this right hip away from the waist as you bring the foot across. All right, let's take that again. Open out to the side. Turn your abdomen left as the leg goes right. And then take the leg over and turn the abdomen right as the leg goes left. So the abdomen and the leg are always in opposition. So keep going, everybody. I'm going to watch you now. And gradually let that movement get larger until you actually start allowing your pelvis to really roll to where you're going to let your foot go all the way to the floor. Tracy, you could go ahead and stretch your left leg. There's nothing wrong with the way you were doing it. It's just a variation. But go ahead and let your foot go to the floor and you're really rolling. It's like a buttock massage, right? But the floor is the massage therapist for those rather stiff outer buttocks that we all have. One more round. If you haven't let your foot go all the way to the floor, do it. And just let your body follow it. Yeah, don't strain, just let your body follow. And even when you go across, put that foot on the floor. You got to switch hands, Sally. When you go to the left, you have to, no, the right hand holds the belt and pulls it. Your left hand is as close as possible to your foot, left hand, and your right elbow is bent, and your right hand is in front of your breastbone. Now tumble over to the side. Left. No, left. No, Sally, left. Yes. And now when you go to the right, Sally, switch hands. Now you've got it. Okay, everybody relax. Shavasana and observe. So this is actually a really nice way to get going in the morning. It will let your hips be very ready for your standing poses. All right. Go ahead on your left side now. Start small. So when you start,
you're working toward that very stable pelvis. But as you go along, you start allowing that rolling activity to take place. You're gonna try to keep your foot hip height. I know it's a little tough. Try to keep your foot as high as your hip. Yeah, that's right. Don't neglect the stretch of the bottom leg, everybody. Don't bend your knee there, Barb. Push into the belt. Push into the belt. No, longer ankle, Barb. Long ankle. Push. See, now your leg is straight. Your knee looks still a little bent. Gotta engage your quadriceps. Nice, Mary Helen. That's a long leg. Wow. Yes. I think of the long-legged dancers of the past, you know, from some of my favorite musicals, Sid Charisse and Juliet Prowse, right? With those gorgeous long legs. Give yourself those long legs. Tommy Tune, there for you, Randall. Long legs, long and lean. 1 or 2 more times. The hip still has to push away though. Don't neglect that. The left thigh and hip have to go away from the trunk. All right, everybody relax just for a moment. Observe. Positive feeling, the way the body starts to release. And this is a thing now in Iyengar yoga. Yes, we work with precision, but they also are really encouraging us at certain times to be free and let go and not be so restricted. So we're going to kind of go back and forth between those 2 ideas today. All right, you can turn to your side and then please come right up into dog pose. Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Press your thighs back.
So you're going to take several breaths in the dog pose. And if you need a break, you come down to downward hero and then back to dog pose. So you work on that for a minute or 2. All right, everybody walk forward, hands on the waist, and stand up. All right, so adjust your, maybe you have to adjust your screen, maybe you have to adjust your mat for our standing poses. So I'm backing up a little so you can see my whole body here. And actually, I don't think we'll need the blocks. But I would like you to have a chair handy. If you don't have a chair available, I'll give you an alternative. But for the moment, what you need is your belt. Right? So this use of the belt is a little bit what I call up close and personal, touching near the groin area, but it's very useful. So the way this belt goes, and honestly, if you have a longer belt, it's a little better. I'm working with my usual 6-foot belt. It comes across a little below the hip. So here's my pubis, here are my hip bones. Pretty close to that pubis. I put it inside the legs. I do not crisscross, right? No crisscross. And now I've got these handles to help me lift my frontal hip bones. So my hands are kind of catching the frontal hip bones to give a lift. So everybody go ahead and do that. Right? So you don't have to exhaust your arms with this, but give that lift up. We know the inner thigh has to lift up. The belt will help that. Use your hands to roll your front hip bones in and lift them up. And see if this belt isn't helping you with your tailbone in action. Tailbone in, pubis up, frontal hip bones up, and then step the feet out wide. Now you may feel the effect of this is more dramatic here because when we step the feet out wide, the propensity to drop the front pelvis is greater. So let the belt help you. Lift the inner thighs up, lift the pubis up. My hands are sort of dragging the skin up on the front of the palms. And press the heels down strongly. So as the heels press, lift the inner thighs even more. Then pull the belt out. Pull the belt out. And you might be thinking, hey Karen, don't the thighs roll in? Yes, the thighs roll in, don't be confused. But what I want you to do with the pulling out is separate the groins. Right groin to the right, left groin to the left, but the frontal hips still roll in, the thighs still roll in. So we have the lift and we have the spreading. All right, so just put the belt aside, we'll be coming back to that. And now go with the memory of the belt. We've made some kind of impression, right? So press the heels, lift, inner knee to inner thigh, up, up, up. Remember where the belt touched you and lift that up. Lift that up. The inner thighs go apart. The groins go apart, but the hips hug together. Inner thighs, groins wide. Outer hips compact. Reach out, rotate, and lift. Smooth inhalation. Exhale and stamp down into the heels. Inhale, lift up the front body. Exhale, dig down into the heels. One more cycle, everybody. Broaden the thighs. Make the thighs wider, 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 but make the hips more and more trim and compact. Open your arms, hands on the waist, and turn your legs. Virabhadrasana 2. Come right back up. Remember the belt. Virabhadrasana 2. Come right back up. One more time. Lift the front pelvis. Roll the knee back. Be in the pose. Probably a pose you've done hundreds of times. Come on up and side 2. Remember the belt. In other words, don't go on automatic, the pose you've done hundreds of times. Be fresh. Be fresh. Be in the moment. Virabhadrasana 2. And come back up. Lift the front pelvis so it's sort of lift to lower. Don't go down and then try to climb up. It doesn't work. You have to lift first and then be in the pose. Press your right heel. Press your left heel and descend the buttock low. Descend the buttock low. You want your hips to be stronger and freer. You can't hover up here in Virabhadrasana 2. You have to start learning, yeah, to come down. And then come on up, turn your feet, and walk together. Well, good morning. Say hello to your hips, right? That is a quote from Iyengar. I was in the class one time in India, and she said, say hello to your body. Isn't that what we do when we just get going in our asana practice? We're saying, oh, the shoulder is bothering, oh, this lower back, or oh, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to go. We're saying hello to the body. We're finding out what is our condition. All right, so now look at the chair. Here's the chair. Now watch how I do this. 1, oh, I practiced this actually. 2. That's how we want it. It's an upside down chair where the seat of the chair can hold your foot. Now, maybe you don't have a chair that's going to work for that. A lot of chairs would work, but maybe if you have a folding chair made out of canvas or something, it's not going to work. If you don't have that, then what you're going to do is you're going to go with the block instead, okay? So you can have the block folded inside the mat, but if you have the upside down chair, it's good. All right, so watch me. I've got my belt in just maybe over my shoulder. I step to the middle of the chair. Understand what I mean, the middle. If I step to the side, you see that chair could tilt. So I step right in the middle. I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle out. And there's my Virabhadrasana 2, where my weight is on my back leg. So I kind of test that. And then, yes, indeed, this belt comes back in. And I get that tremendous front pelvis lift. You're gonna feel, oh my goodness, that is a different story. And then after we practice that a little bit, then I can go to the side rail for my side angle with just tremendous groin opening, all right? So place your chair, Have your belt over your shoulder. When you put your foot on, please put it in the middle. Put it in the middle. Now put it close to the top. And then walk your foot. Don't jump it. Okay, walk it out. And then a couple tries without the belt. So feel already, oh, this has nicely put my weight on the back foot. So I can lift the front pelvis. I can spread the groins and compact the hips. So that's a little just touch and go. Now, here's the belt again. Across, just above the pubis, underneath the thighs. Do not crisscross. And lift that up. And now you feel, I hope, oh my goodness, quite different. So in and out a few times. Lift the pubis, lift the navel. Keep that lift, remember that feeling, and reach. If that bar is too low, use the chair leg. But many of you, I think that bar will be actually just perfect. And then reach. Tailbone in, abdomen back. Don't throw your abdomen toward the screen. Keep the abdomen back and reach. Smooth inhalation, smooth exhalation, and come on up. Walk in first and step off. All right, switch your chair. Belt here over the shoulder. I have to say, this is one of my new favorite things. I think it's helping me quite a lot. Put the foot in the middle. Do not jump the right foot, walk it. Heel toe, heel toe. Take a good wide step and lift the front pelvis. The groins spread, the outer hips tuck in. It's a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a belt is there. So I'll think of my word in a minute. Cinch, they cinch in. They cinch in as if a belt were there. So now you're testing. Oh, how does this feel? How the weight stays on the right foot. How the whole front trunk can lift up out of the leg. So we are putting space in the hip joint itself. All right, and now the belt across the body, just a little above the pubic bones. Thread it under the thighs. I like it to be quite close to my buttock bones. It is not crisscross. And then we lift up. Now then, okay. Now the inner thighs are elongated, right? Now the groins are spreading well. Lift the navel, lift the sternum bone. Now stay in that Virabhadrasana until you have to remember the feeling of the belt as you go for the side rail. Lengthen the left groin to the left knee. Keep the abdomen back. And especially keep your abdomen back. Some of you, when you raise your arm, that's when you throw the abdomen forward. Keep the abdomen back and reach. Smooth inhalation. Smooth exhalation. Yes, there's weight on the left foot, but put your right foot down. Like you're trying to leave a permanent footprint, your right foot, into the floor. Inhale, come on up, and walk, 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 step. Okay, I'd like to view you, please, doing that. Shift your chin. And this time, go ahead and put on your belt from the beginning. All right, go onto your right side. Put your foot in the middle of the chair so there's no tipping. You take a wide step. Don't hop, walk, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Yeah, Gail, that's a good option. And then sometime when you find a chair that works, just try it in your own practice and you'll see it's very effective. Go wider, Charlotte. B, I can't see your feet. Make sure your right foot is not behind your left foot. Yeah, your right heel should line up with your left toes. Good wide step, Barb. Okay, so go in and out a few times. Mary Helen, pull up, like straight up toward your chest. Yeah, see, that's different. Yeah. The other one is probably good too, right? For the spreading, but they're both good. Oh, Tressa, that is beautiful. I would go wider, Gail. And now keep the lift. Oh, nice, Charlotte. And go to your side angle pose. B, you need to lift your right inner ankle. It is collapsed. Right inner ankle up. Nice, Sally. Barb, I wouldn't look up. More important, Barb, is to bend your front leg. Bend it. Go on. And everybody, you should be trying to put your trunk down close to your thigh. Bend the front leg, Randall. Bend it. And come on up. Very nice. Second side, everybody. So this is the road to the deeper hip articulations like Padmasana. This is the road. That spread of the groins, that firmness in the outer hip. These things will really help us. All right, last round on this one, everybody. All right, see that you turn your left thigh inside out, turn your left knee inside out. Oh, nice, Jamie. Yes, Jamie. And Jamie, you want to feel like your left hip is higher than your right, higher. See, you did it. You did it. This is a good sequence for you, Jamie, right? You can feel this. All right, finish up your side angle pose when you're ready. That's a good distance, Barb. Lots of good stuff going on. Go wider, Gail, and put more weight on your right foot. Be heavy on your right foot. Yes, see, then the left thigh feels like it just lengthens away. You're not so heavy on the left foot. Right, Randall. Okay, Ina, this is super good for you. You feel this? Beautiful. Inhale, come up. Very nice, everybody. Okay, stand Tadasana. You can put your chair to one side for the moment. Nicely done. Okay, so if you happen to have a wall directly behind you like I do, you can put your foot on that wall. If that's not convenient, it's okay. So we're doing Virabhadrasana 1, everybody, right? So if you don't have a wall, no problem. If you have a wall, your left heel's on that wall. You know, I'm gonna shift a little bit here. Okay, and then step your right foot forward. So we're getting ready for the Virabhadrasana 1. Now, I know I'm in black, hopefully you can see. Sometimes we make a very big deal, don't we, about this hip coming around. Today I'm letting go of that a little bit because what I want you to get more is the stretch of your back leg. So if I'm going to keep this leg absolutely straight, no bend at all, absolutely straight, my pelvis isn't going to be coming around that far. But I would really like everybody to dig the heel into the wall, dig the heel into the floor, and start stretching here. This will not stretch if you're like this. It has to be buttock down, abdomen up, like you still had that same belt. Okay? So let's try that together. Step your right foot forward, take quite a big step as I showed. Now I'm not saying you put no attention on turning the hip, but you're going to let the stretch of the back leg be the dominating intent. So bend and come back up. Now, just like in the Virabhadrasana 2 you just did, in this Virabhadrasana 1, strive to keep your weight on the back leg. Strive to keep your weight on the back leg. Now, push the wall away. It's not just foot down, it's back. Push the wall away and reach up. Push the bottom of your left buttock in, the bottom. Push the bottom of the buttock in, not the top of the buttock. And lift the pubis, lift the navel. Stand up, turn your feet, step together. Side 2. If there's no wall there, don't worry, it's fine. But if sometime in your practice you do have a chance to try it with your heel on the wall, it's useful. It gives you a reference. So lift up the front pelvis, remember the belt, bend. And I notice right away this heel wants to come up. Like push back into the back leg. So the feeling isn't that my body goes heavy over this front leg. It's almost like my trunk says, oh, I want to stay away from the front leg. I want space here. I don't lean. Right? In and out. Now push the right heel into the wall. Down, of course. But today, think back. Push that wall. Push it out of the way. Reach up. Now to go lower, don't just sink down, but drive the bottom of the buttock toward the screen. Drive the bottom of the right buttock in as you go lower, lower, lower. Stand up, turn your feet, and walk together. Okay, so you know how sometimes we do what I call the comparative study. We do something, we try something else, and we come back. Or sometimes I call that bookending. So that was our sort of before Virabhadrasana 1, and then we're going to have an after. So what is the in-between activity? Is the lunge, right? So you have your 2 tall blocks. If you don't have blocks available, it's okay. You use your fingertips. Put a blanket down for padding. And come on all fours. All right, you can be on your fingertips or your palms if you don't have blocks. And at some point, probably, especially at this time where we are, most of us, having to do the home practice or the online classes, a lot of people have found out, oh, I need to build up my home supply of yoga props. So do that. And if you have any doubts, you don't know where to get an item, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help. All right, right foot forward. Now you've got the pad under your shin and your knee, so then slide your left knee way, way back, so that nobody's looking like this. It's like this, right? Slide it way, way back. Press your foot more than your knee. The knee I can just lift up because my weight's on my foot. Then put your hands on this front thigh, push it. Push it forward and remember the belts. Push this thigh forward, lift the pubis, and go deeper. Now don't strain, you have to feel what's right for you. But look at this combination. This thigh forward, this abdomen up, and the bottom of the left buttock digging in. Should provide a very clear stretch for the groin and abdomen. And then hands on the bricks, and change. Slide the knee back. Slide the shin back. Don't, in this one, we should control the hips. We should bring this right hip forward, left hip back. Check that you're very light on the knee. I don't have the heavy weight on the knee. I can lift that knee easily because I'm pressing my ankle down instead. Then push the flesh forward, cut the buttock in, and lift the pubis up. Smooth inhalation. Drive the right buttock forward, but don't throw the abdomen. The abdomen has to be contained. It draws back, it lifts up. Hands to the bricks. See how I take the hips back first, and then it's an easier transition back to all fours. Now, if you have long arms or a more open groin, you might want to do the repetition with this lower block. I personally have short arms. I like the long blocks. All right, I'd like to watch you. Please take your right foot forward, left thigh back. Slide on the blanket. Dig your tailbone in and slide that leg back. Slide it back. Now the back leg buttock. We like to push the top buttock into the low back. This should not happen, as they say in India. It is the bottom left buttock that pushes in. And then remember your belts. Lift the pubis, lift the navel, lift the frontal hip bones. Left hip forward, right hip back. Good, other side. Now, on the second side, I'm going to see if I can describe this verbally instead of demonstrating. As you slide your right thigh back, don't let your abdomen fall inside your left thigh. You have to lift and turn your abdomen. So your abdomen is over your left thigh. Barb, you're like kneeling up. You have to slide the back leg way back, way back. All right, now put your hands on your thigh. Sorry, I forgot to cue that last time. And push that flesh forward. Dig the bottom edge of the right buttock into the body and lift the pubis up. So you can go a little lower, Ian. It actually is going to work better. And maybe some of you feel, no, I can't take my hands off. I need those blocks. Then you use them. But you can work on this over time and it will really help you. All right, very nice. Everybody come on up, stand up. And as you might guess, now we will repeat the Virabhadrasana 1, but I would like to please repeat the Virabhadrasana 1 with the belt usage. So have your belt right above the pubis, inside the thighs. Catch, pull it up, and then step. Left foot back, right foot forward, and tug up on that belt. So I hope you can feel as I do, that the moment I lift up on that belt, my weight goes more on my back leg. Stay on the back leg. And as you bend the front leg, push the left heel, not just down, but backward. Push it backward. Dig the bottom of the left buttock in and see if maybe this is a little freer than it was before we did the lunge on the floor. Left heel back, abdomen up, and then reach up. Push the left heel back. Push the bottom edge of the left buttock forward, and don't fall on your right thigh. Lift up and away from your right thigh. And come up, turn your feet, walk together, and I will watch side 2. So still the belt is there. Step your left foot back, heel on the wall if available, and left foot forward in a big step. That's a good stand scale, that's right. Now lift up on the belt, and notice how the moment you lift up on the belt, your weight goes better on your back leg. Then lift the trunk, bend the front leg. Virabhadrasana 1. It's like your trunk says, no, Barb, we're holding the belt. Barb, we're holding the belt. It's like your trunk says, I'm not going down with the left leg. Left leg, do what you want. Trunk goes up. Now pull on the belts and bend. Dig the bottom edge of the right buttock into the pose. Lower, deeper, really all of you. I'm giving you permission to not have to have this straight pelvis, right? So go down. There we go, Randall. And now arms up. Push the wall away with your right heel. Push it. And descend the buttock down. Descend the buttock down while you lift the navel up. Good for you, everybody. Come on up. Well done. Dog pose. Everybody. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So sometimes that Virabhadrasana 1 can be a little tough on the low back. So now lengthen the low back. Lengthen the low back. But the more you learn to keep that bottom buttock in and the front pelvis up, Virabhadrasana 1 not only will stop bothering your lower back, it will start helping your lower back because you will have stretched out your psoas, your very deep hip flexor muscle. Now lift up your head, walk forward, come all the way up. And now get your chair and put it in front of you with the backrest of the chair facing your body, like this. So do a little quick touch and go on this. So you'll have a block here. If you're tall, I would put it like that. So look, we just spent quite a bit of time on hip extension, right? That's hip extension. But we also have to be able to do here hip flexion, where we let the trunk come down. You know what, actually, I was going to do it. Some of you have seen me teach it this way, right? This way. But if we do it this way, we'll be able to stay in touch with each other a little bit better, right? So let's do it that way. The block here about on the front edge. And so now I'm going to go with a flat block for everybody. I'm doing it this way. And then step your left foot up and then bend down like this. So we're just doing this together. And then this is your left shoulder. Climb it down. Climb it down. You can also use a little leverage, whether it's your wrist, your forearm on this edge. Climb it down. Climb it down. And then bring this side around to match it. And just relax like that. Now lift up that abdominal wall. Let the weight of your torso fall down inside your leg.
And then look forward, make your back concave, and come up. All right. Walk around your chair. Put the left foot up. All right, so see how my hip is right over my heel, my foot is here, and I'm bending. Right? So if you need balance help, you could hold on to the chair here. And then it's I said the shoulder, but it's really the entire right side of your body that should start coming down. And a lot of us are going to feel quickly that we're stuck. But if I let this knee go back, can you see? I'm letting that knee go back. I can get in more. And then I bring the leg back in against the body. Right? Climb down, and now they bring this side across. Smooth, steady breath. Push down the foot that's on the brick. Push that. Don't just have it sitting there. And then come on up. And let me take a look at that, everybody. So again, it'll be your left foot up and come down. So this is what we would call standing Marichasana, Utthita Marichasana. Go ahead and bend forward. Climb your arm down the inside of your leg. So we have to learn to soften the groin. Mary Helen, your standing foot is too far away from the chair. Yeah. Charlotte, your standing foot is too close to, no, not that way. It's too close front back. Carry on. I'm going to look at where I'm putting my foot. I put my toes, Charlotte, in line with the chair leg and about 12 inches away. But toes in line with the chair leg. All right, see if that helps some of you. Ah, nice. Climb down. And after the twist, then go for the direct forward bending. Draw your outer hip of the bent leg back. So Charlotte, don't put your body equal. Be straight. Yes, there you go. Fully straight in the standing leg. Head down now, everybody. Head down. I know that inner thigh feels like a roadblock. Soften that. Let it go. Very good. Other side. Come on up. Good. Last round. All right, so the foot, the standing leg foot, Charlotte's in line with the chair leg toward the screen. I'm going to show again, everybody. So anybody who's unsure, here's my chair leg. I pull 12 inches forward. That's where my toes are. Okay? All right, go on forward. Yeah, Charlotte, your toes are not in line with your chair leg. Directly forward of your chair leg, your toes. Yeah, your toes are way over to the side of your chair leg, of your standing foot. No, here's the chair leg, straight line to your toes. Maybe it's an optical illusion on the camera. I don't know. Yeah, it must just be an illusion. All right, so come forward, everybody. Try the twist, try the straight forward movement. Does that bother your back, Sally?
A little.
Yeah, okay. You know, you can always stick with a concave version that might be okay for you. All right, come on up, everybody. All right, put your chair aside. And then get as many blankets as you have. If you only have a couple blankets, you might start with a 2-block platform and go from there. If you have blankets, whatever number you have, stack them up like so. So there's so many ideas for freeing the hip, you know, because the hip can move in so many ways, right? It can extend, it can flex, it can rotate out, it can rotate in, it can bend to the side, it can bend across. And all those 6 movements, they also can combine with each other differently.
So in any given hip class, you know, we're touching on a few ideas. Now this idea is to strive to link very directly to what you just did. So I hope you're sitting up on your little throne there. And wouldn't we say this is sort of a easier version of Malasana? Now I know for some of you this is quite tough. And in fact, for all of us, we're going to play with this idea of letting certain things go that we normally insist on. Like, don't we normally insist on feet straight? Well, let's all turn the feet out. Right away, more of us feel like, oh, I can maybe do this. And so then, look, you can watch first. I'm leaning. And didn't we just have that thing of taking the side body and the shoulder down the inside of the leg? You just did it standing up. Now I press my arm into my leg, and this one on the opposite, and I'm spreading the groin, okay? So let's try that together, everybody. So there's a little turn of the trunk to the right, climb down, press the shoulder against the left leg, press the right hand against the right leg, and open the groin. Abdomen is not puffing. Abdomen back, climb down, and open. Abdomen back, climb down, and open. And then come back up, other side. Use the shoulder to open the right leg. Use the hand to open the left leg. Climb down and turn. Climb down and turn. Come back up. And now come forward. Any amount you can. Come forward. We're trying to learn to take this torso inside the leg. Some of you know you're going to need that skill for certain forward bends and twists, right? Now, if that's coming all right, go ahead, yes, and try with the feet straight. But if that just restricts you so much, you feel that you can't get anywhere, then why not have the feet open so you feel you can move a little bit, all right? Come in, press the arm against the leg, press the arm against the leg. Now walk the fingers forward, forward, and sit back up. So some of you know Malasana, this garland pose, this squatting pose. The leg action is very much the same as this Marichyasana action. So when I'm sitting up on this very tall blanket stack, you can see the height of my thigh is much less, right, than if I were sitting here. The height of the thigh is much less. But the advantage is I can go forward, all right? So we're gonna play around with our big blanket stack and maybe gradually take some of those blankets away, all right? Bend the left leg. Now I'm sitting pretty close to the edge of the blanket stack. I'll show you once, most of you had this somewhere over the last month or so, where I'm diving to the side. I let my hips move. I dive diagonally forward. I'm letting everything move. I'm not holding back. And then I take a twist. And I unwind. Now do it with me. To the side. Diagonally forward. Straight forward. Twist. And unwind. And unwind. To the side. I definitely am keeping my abdominal lift, everybody, as I'm doing this. Now this one, hook the arm. And if you can, palms on the floor. Chest forward, hips back. Climb down your leg. Climb down your leg. And come back up and switch. Right? To the side. Diagonal. Straight forward. And twist. Unwind. Reach the side. Diagonal. Forward and now hook. Hook your arm on your shin. Walk down. Right? If you feel you can't quite get contact with the floor, certainly use of the blocks is fine. Right? Reach your breastbone toward the screen, pull the hips backward. We're trying to get this inner thigh groin to let go so the trunk can come forward. And then come on up and sit. All right, so now, depending on how that was feeling to you, you might think, wow, that tall stack of blankets is really helping me. And you might also be thinking, gosh, I wonder how it would feel with my normal 2 blankets that I use. So your choice, you either keep the big stack or you reduce it, your choice, and now I'll watch you. Okay, bend your left leg. And we don't have to be all exactly together, okay? Raise up your arm, and now you're diving to the right, and then just go at your own pace. Maybe go through it 2 or 3 times, so I can just see how that's going. Let your body move. Let your body move. Yeah, bending that leg's probably a good idea, Sally. Freedom, soft groins. And then finish up with the forward extension, arm against shin, shin against arm. Nice, Jamie. All right, good, side 2. Bend the right leg, lengthen the left leg, and let your weight fall onto your hand, Sally, instead of just pulling your back. Completely let your weight go on your hand. Then you won't be straining your back. Yeah, you're shifting your weight. And then finish up with the arm against the shin, shin against the arm. Right. Good, everybody. Okay, sit up. So now, instead of giving you the very high lift, now I'm going exactly the opposite. Even those of you who normally would say, oh, the blanket stack is really helping me with my Upavishta Konasana, today you just go without that, right? Now, unless, if after a minute or 2 you feel, no, without those blankets, my back is aching, this isn't the right thing for me today, of course feel free to take in your support. But if you can manage without it, we're going to try a few things here. So earlier I said there is precision in Iyengar yoga, right? We know the toes straight up, the kneecap straight up, all these things. And we strive over many years to improve and achieve these things. And there's a time to say, well, let's just let that go, right? How many times have I told you, right? Don't let the legs roll out like this. Now I'm saying go ahead and do it. We're exploring what are the ways this hip can move. So lean on your hands and let the legs go out. Just let them. Just be sure don't throw the abdomen to the screen, right? So now leaning on your hands, separate your heels wider and push your buttock toward the screen. See, I'm inching forward, pushing the buttock toward the screen, letting the feet roll out, trying to get wider, and now sit back up. So my legs are now wider, I hope yours are too. And now we'll go the other way, leaning on the hands. Now let's say you're thinking here, there's no leaning on the hands going on here. Of course, you can take your blocks, right? And honestly, what's really nice, if you can manage it, maybe you could use your blanket stack, is if you could actually just lean your forearms down. Because then you can let go of it. And I know I've told you so many times, don't let your thighs roll in, but right now I'm saying let them. Just be easy with yourself and just let that happen. We're leaning forward. Now walk the heels apart. Walk the heels apart. Sit back up. Maybe you're a little wider. Keep the abdominal lift. Now I'm moving these so you can see me better. You know you're free to use your blocks if you need them. Turn the left leg out. So now I'm circling back to the Virabhadrasana 2 work, the wide groin work. This heel is like, this foot's like this, not like this. It's like this. And put it to the left. Don't put it to the right. Put it to the left. And again, and again. So this goes out and sit up. Now strive to press that thigh down. If it's really flying high, probably yes. Bringing the blanket in under the buttock at this point might be a good thing. Now lift tall. This thigh has to be like there's a plate weight sitting on that thigh and twist to your right. So I notice when I twist to the right, this length can improve. This descending action can improve. Now relax, watch the screen, but keep your legs. I bend to the side. I bend to the front. I'm letting this come up. I'm not caring. I'm just letting go. I bend to the front. I bend over the leg. I sit back up. Okay, that's it. So twist, side bend. Let the buttock come up. Just let yourself move. And then turn and relax over. Relax over the leg. Come around to the front. Sally, concave, certainly. Block, certainly. This is still very valuable in that concave position, right? And then over the leg. I'm with you. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't just tumble over with the leg in this position, but still turn and relax over and come back up, sit tall. I'd like you to keep with this leg position one more time so I can view you, okay? Press the left leg down, make the groins wide, make the hips compact, turn, face the right leg. Spread the groins, everybody. Now, sideways bending over the left leg. With a, no, don't untwist, Gail, keep the twist you had. Yeah, it's side, no, Ina, it's a side bend, not a forward bend. Side bend over the left leg. Yes, that's different. Now turn and turn it into a forward bend over the leg. And let the buttock come up. Let it come up so you can relax a little. You can just lie down. You know a day will come when the teacher is going to insist that that right buttock not fly up. So take advantage of the days when they say, let it go. Have some relaxation. Now come around to the front. Eyes soft, no forcing, no ambition, no caring. Can I go far? Can I not go far? You have to let all that go. And now around over the straight leg. Definitely, we're not going to be falling over the straight leg the way we fell over the bent leg. It will be very different. Good. Sit up. Now, mini Shavasana. Before we do side two, I want you to feel the impact of what you just did. So lie down. And let your body release. Feel if there's a difference between the left hip, right hip, left buttock, right buttock, left lower back, right lower back. All right, come on up. And we go for side two. All right, so sit out in the wide Upavishta Konasana, and we're doing the whole sequence again from the top. So we're starting with this Upavishta. Maybe that's already coming a little bit better. And the first one was to lean back on the hands. Now, if you've decided I absolutely require height under the buttock, fine, but then in that case, you probably would want your blocks when you're leaning back like this. All right, now don't throw the abdomen. That has to be contained. Let the feet and the thighs roll out and move your buttock toward the screen. Spread the groins, spread the heels, 2, 3, maybe even 4 times. Spread the groins, move the buttock to the screen, and sit back up. And what I feel, it's not just that the thighs are wider, it's the compactness of the hips. So use your fist like this and drill in that spot where the thigh and buttock meet. My teacher, Rebecca, said that you should feel like you have a big stone, like a boulder, on each of those areas, the thigh buttock junction, holding that in. That firmness is what gives you the openness, right? So we always think about the hips getting more mobile, but they also have to get more strong. All right, so now they're coming forward. Maybe you say, oh, let me have a bolster and a big pile of blankets so I can just lean on something, right? So the point of the way I'm working today with you on the floor, you guys, is to try to take away strain. Give some freedom. So I'm not requiring some kind of perfect alignment, but I'm trying to help you take away tension. And then you can kind of circle back and add in a few more details, a little more refinement, but in the meantime, perhaps you've got some mobility, you've got some relaxation, you've got a little bit of letting go. The back is bothering? Yes, you are concave, you are pressing down. All right, so now bend your right leg, lengthen the groin to the knee, bring the heel in close. If the knee problem is there, no, that knee won't bend as much, okay? You do what you can. And if this leg is flying up like this, absolutely the buttock support should come, right, underneath. Maybe more than that, so this can come down. All right, turn. Press the thigh down. Remember the image, like there's a plate weight on that thigh. You could use your right hand to emulate that plate weight, and then turn away from that descending thigh. Then a side bend. So we're twisting to the left, bending to the right. Maybe the arm is here. Maybe it comes more. It's up to you. And then you could also play, okay, what's it like when I decide to keep the left thigh, left hip down? What's it like when I just decide to let that go? Now rotate the side around and rest. If it doesn't feel restful to you, you know to bring in your props. You have to work out. How do I make it right for me, for my body? Right, around to the front, with the support, without the support, that's up to you. But there's still the spreading groin. That you don't let go of. There's still the compactness in the hips. Around over the leg, oh my goodness, this is a stiff area, this isn't so free, but then I accept, oh, that's how it is on this side. Let me relax mentally. Let me just let go a little bit. Sit back up. And last, Upavishta. So I just hope you can maybe feel this is a transformed Upavishta Konasana. This is not the same Upavishta Konasana you had before. Now be classic. Now be classic, meaning you are on the center of the heel. The four corners of the knee straight up and pound the heel down, thigh down. Raise up the arms. And now you need abdominal support, spinal support. The hips well compacted as you lift up. And release. Good, everybody. Baddha Konasana. Baddha Konasana on adequate height. No, so our hips are built differently. Some people don't need any buttock support in this one, but in this one, they need a lot. I've seen other students. This one, they don't need to sit on anything. This one, they need 3-4 blankets. So you gotta go according to yourself for the support that lets the thighs start to come down. And I will just say, I was not one whose thighs just came down. I won't say I was like this, but I was definitely not like this. I worked on it over a period of time, and you can too. So hold your ankles. Now, if you're on 3 or 4 blankets, you'll be tilted forward, totally fine. What I want you to do now is press your outer shin. I know it's not exactly your shin, but it's easier to say shin than your outer lower leg. So I'm just gonna call it shin. Press your shin into your hands, and then pull up with your hands and lift your trunk. So I'm getting tremendous groin stretch by combining those exact actions. Press your outer shin into your hand. So I know you see my knees go down, but my mind is not on my knee. My mind is on the root of my thigh and my shin, and my knee is just receiving it. Now lift the pelvis up, 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 and then tilt forward. And come back up. Thighs down. Shins press the hands. Lift up out of the legs, and tip. So Abhi, our teacher from India, had so many wonderful things to share with us. But one of them that I really liked with this forward bending action, she said, a child has to learn to stand before it can walk. So similarly, this pelvis has to stand up and lift up before we go for that forward tilt. Let's go one more time. Hold the shin. Press the root of the thigh down. Remember the plate weight image. I didn't say put a plate weight on your knee. That we would not do. It's here. It's on the thigh. Push the shin down. Now stand the pelvis up. Stand the pelvis up like the child stands up first, and then tilt. Now see, can you walk out? Again, the tall blocks, the chair. Maybe you don't grab those things right now, but you know about them, you know, and you integrate them into your home practice. You walk, you walk, you walk, you walk, whatever you're able to do. And come back up. And I'm just guaranteeing you, I was not one of those who my head was going to the floor. It took me, I don't know, in fact, I didn't write down the day I really started, but it took me years. It took me a number of years, but I thought, I'm gonna work on that. And I just put the time in, that's all. There are other things I've not put the time in on and are still very weak, and so then that's on the checklist to say, hey Karen, you better get going on that upper body strength, or you better get going on that tailbone in. But this one I put the time in, and I did get the results. Let's go just one more time. Lift up the chest. Shins down, thighs down, but the abdomen's liberated. It's free of the legs. They're not tied together. Stand up and then tip. Hands on the chair, on the bricks. If the back is an issue, you remain concave. Those who can't, you walk forward, whatever amount you're able to do.
Press the heels together. Press the heels together and come back up. All right, release.
All right, now watch everybody. So because of the way you just worked on that, I'm hoping you might discover a little freedom in this one, right? I think if I go this way, it's better. So I'm crossing. So if you do this and try to cross, that's awkward. But if you leave this foot down and cross, it's much easier. Now this is the same foot we just had on the floor. Notice I'm not crossing my shin. It's my foot. And then I'm holding either the thigh, the shin, or a belt. All right, let's do that. Lie on your back. Have your side body to the screen. I just went that way so you could see a little better. And cross your right leg over. Then bring the legs in, and you can hold here on the thigh. If that's pretty easy, you can hold here on the shin. If it's too difficult altogether, you use your strap. All right? So now, here's another example of kind of my theme today of letting go and then refining. So go ahead and let the buttock come up. I know I've told you many times, keep that sacrum down, but why not just let the buttock come up and just experiment how much can you bring these legs in close to the body. Now keep the legs in close to the body and now put the sacrum back down by hollowing out your abdomen. Okay, so the legs come in close and you put your sacrum back down by hollowing out your abdomen. Just keep following me now. You'll have to turn where you can see the screen. Put your left foot down. With your two hands, catch your ankle. And pull your ankle close to your chest. Pull your ankle close to your chest. But the knee, push away with this hand. Okay? So bring the ankle close, bring it close, but then use the other hand and roll the knee away. So I'll show you that one if you're unsure. Like this. This. And one more time. Ankle close to the chest. Ankle close to the chest. Good. Other side. Both feet flat. Cross your right foot over. Bring your legs in. Hold the thigh, hold the shin, hold the strap. You have to see what works for you. Now, keep your abdomen elongated, broad, and draw the legs in. And go ahead and let the buttock lift up. And then put it back down. So you can rock back and forth like that a little bit. Let the hips lift, put the sacrum back down. Now this time, strive to keep the legs in very close to you as you put the sacrum back down. That's going to bring a very different stretch here in the left outer hip. One more try. Bring the legs in close, and then iron the sacrum back down to the floor. Now put your right foot down, catch your ankle with two hands, kind of like a forklift, and don't force it, but just a little movement of the foot toward the chest. I can feel on this side my range of motion is much more limited, so I don't force it. I don't expect it to be the same as the other side. Then the left hand to the left knee, so the foot comes toward the chest, the knee rolls away. Try that movement a few times. And then finally bring the foot close. Close as you can without any knee strain, of course. And then release. First side again. Right leg over, everybody. This is just quick touch and go. Go ahead and bring in the left leg. And look for your balance of legs close to the body and sacrum grounded. Look for that balance. Side two. Just a quick touch and go on this to finish up. Very good. All right, relax. Now, if it's possible for you to be comfortable lying completely flat, do that. If that's not comfortable for your back, You can put your calves on the chair. You can put the roll under the knees. And of course, if your chin is up, you should take head support. So having said that you take the support you need. If you can go without any support, it can be revealing because that flat floor can give you a little more feedback. Now adjust your buttock, push the buttock away from the waist. And then when you stretch the legs out, try not to undo that pelvic adjustment, right? So the pubis should not follow the legs, but continue its lift toward the navel. And once you've made those adjustments, then all effort should cease. So you let go of efforts and settle down into the floor. Now completely let go and let your awareness highlight the hip and pelvic region that was our focus today. Let the buttocks relax. Let the groins relax. Allow the abdominal area to feel broad and soft. Smooth, soft inhalation. Smooth, passive exhalation. Let the groins feel deep like wells. Groins should descend down. Let the abdomen be like a quiet lake. On a windless day, the way the water is so smooth, like glass. And let the abdomen recede, broaden, and soften. So the more we can learn to soften and broaden the abdominal region, that has a very direct effect then on the sacrum, that back pelvic bone. Let the sacrum also spread, soften, and meld into the floor. Smooth, soft inhalation. Smooth, soft exhalation. Now slowly bend your legs one at a time, everybody. Roll onto your side. And come slowly up to sitting. Hold your palms. Reverence to the divine within you. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody.